Welcome to Seasoned and Unbothered. We're two women over 50 serving grown women wisdom with a side of humor because we've earned the right to say what we mean and mean what we say.
All right, ready and action.
Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Seasoned and Unbothered. So we are going to jump right in, but of course, you know how I always like to start with how are you doing? How's your week been?
Good. I think it was good.
Anything exciting?
No. We went to a Wizards game.
Oh, okay, that's exciting. Yeah.
It wasn't very exciting.
Yeah.
But it was okay.
Something
It was
to
a good
do.
game. It was
Yeah.
against the 76ers and they went to overtime. So I think it was pretty decent. It wasn't really crowded or anything, so it was good. I guess if they was playing someone like the Lakers or the Warriors or something, then there might have been a lot more people there. It was fairly good for a weeknight out.
Yeah. Going out during the week. Yeah. We went to dinner on Thursday. We went out to dinner, like a little date night since I'm traveling this week. I'm traveling tomorrow. So we're not going to see each other for a week. So we went out. But yeah, it's been a quiet week. But the leaves are changing. It's looking beautiful outside.
If you like fall.
Yeah. I like the leaf color changing. I don't like the weather getting cold or anything like that. But I do.
I like
look
seeing
of
the
fall.
leaves if I'm traveling, like if you're going down George Washington Parkway, it is beautiful to see all the leaves and just the different colors. I think that is pretty. It's like a scenic route. But otherwise, I can care less.
Yeah. So before we jump into our topic today, I always like to remind people to follow, subscribe, and please leave a comment. Especially if you're loving the conversation that we're having today. We would love to hear your thoughts on it. And always share this podcast with a friend. And if
Please.
Yes. And also to hit the bell so that you are reminded of when a podcast comes on, or like when we do a podcast, which is every other week. And we've been doing really good and really consistent with that. But also before we jump in, I wanted to add a new segment that I just told her about today.
Yes.
Called, right now, maybe it's called Hot Topics or Midlife Hot Takes. Maybe Hot Takes.
Help us come up with a name.
Yeah.
How about that?
So what I want this segment to be is like, what are some trending topics? And since our topic today is around health or wellness, I came across this clip on TikTok around, which I think is a health and wellness discussion that maybe younger people are having. We're in our 50s. We're going to talk more about health and wellness in our 50s. But I thought it was interesting to hear a hot take on sexual health from someone in their 30s.
Okay.
So I'm going to play it. And this is going to be Bern's first
time seeing it, so you're going to get a real reaction.
I'm always going to surprise her by this discussion.
Big drought over the summer, and then I'm like re-entered a hoe era. Right now, the last two guys I've fucked like in the past month have suggested using condoms, and I'm like kind of being offended by the condom epidemic. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm allergic. Yeah, I don't like them. I'm not. Who likes them? One, it kills the mood, okay? So, like, they're looking for a condom. Two, have your fucking weird offspring baby. Like, I have a stronger IUD than, like, Zeus. Like, pregnancy's not on the table. I don't want to have a child with you. Or, like, three, are you calling me a whore and are you trying to protect yourself from STDs I might have? Did you ever ask them, like, why are you doing this? Yes. What have they said? This happened to me, like, a couple weeks ago, and I was like, look at you looking for a condom, and, like, how it's ruining the mood. And also, like, why do you need one? What'd he say? He just thought it was practicing responsible sex and boundaries with him, and I was like, blah, 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 blah. Do you tell him to grow up? I got the ick. I haven't talked to him since. I have a theory about this.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
This gives her the ick.
Okay.
So why I wanted to talk about that is I think and she also talks, I don't think it was in this clip, but she also says like, when was the last time anybody wore a condom in high school? She's like, people don't do that anymore. And so especially if we're talking about health, I wanted to make sure we also talked about sexual health because I think that's important too. And this whole thought process around, first of all, a woman who's sleeping with multiple partners. She said the last two, so she's single and she has. I'm not trying to shame anybody. You can do you. That's not my issue. Whatever you want to do, how many partners you want to have, whatever, that is your business. However, the thought that, and that condoms are the ick and that they're mood killers. What is your thoughts on that?
Okay. I was very selective about who I slept with. So condoms were not a big thing for me. But I think I would teach my daughter, if I had a younger daughter or whatever, to practice safe sex. And I heard her mention that she has the strongest IUD. It's not just about an IUD, yes, okay? Yeah. It is about STD. Everyone's definition of healthy is different, right? And I realized, like for me, like today I call myself getting all geared up for this, right? I'm faking it. I haven't been to the gym in a while. But I want to go to the gym. I really do. I think about it. I want to go. I realize I'm never going to have a flat stomach again, right? But I was like, I want to stay fit. And fit is funny because are we doing it for health reasons or for aesthetics? Mm-hmm. I think it's a combination of things.
Yeah, or vanity. I think vanity plays a good part in it.
Yes, and so I'm trying. I realize, and also, but I don't want to get so caught up in it that I feel like, oh, I'm losing my mind because I don't look like this, I don't look like that. I bought these waist beads, and I actually have one on, and I'm like,
waist beads? What is that?
The little beads that they wear around their waist.
Oh, for just to go out. Oh, a little necklace for your waist.
Yes.
Okay.
And I put one on, and when I see people in, I think, oh, that looks sexy. But I put one on, I'm like, that ain't doing nothing for me. And maybe my shape, or maybe just my mindset. And I'm one of those people, it takes me a minute to get used to any changes that I do with myself. Mm-hmm. Even my body changing right now. I don't know, but...
Can I just jump in? Just because I know you a little bit, and I know they out there may not know you, but you said you haven't gone to the gym in a while.
Yeah,
right?
But I play tennis.
Okay, I'm going to say, but you are active.
I'm active in a sense, but not active as I should be. I used to be very active, and so I know that my desire to be extremely active is out the door, yes. But I know that I need to do something, mm-hmm. right? And I want to do more than just play tennis. Tennis now does not stimulate me like it used to.
What do you mean by stimulate? It doesn't burn the calories like it used to, or get you, what does that mean?
I mean, I'm not playing like I used to play all the time, anytime, any opportunity I could get. Yep. And now I play tennis because I have a match. Mm-hmm. Or we have drills. Like we have drills and I'd be like, I don't feel like going today. Mm-hmm. Before it was like, oh, I couldn't wait.
Spark for it.
Yeah, that's what I said. And maybe because I work at a tennis facility. Yeah.
And you was going hard for a while. Sometimes
very hard for many years.
You think you're burnt out from it a little bit?
I think I am. Yeah. I think I am. I still enjoy it. Yeah. When I get out there, I enjoy it. But the desire to get out there is just not as strong as it used to be. I used to look for any opportunity to get on the tennis court. And a part of it, too, is probably not playing with my sister as much. I felt like that was something that we really... And we were already close, but that brought us closer. And now that... It's funny, she plays with one of my good friends, which they now have a friendship. But I think that may be why it's not as much fun for me anymore, because I don't play with her as much. Yeah. And then now we are in a league right now where we do play together, and we feel like we're strangers playing together. Like, it's not the same. I don't know. But overall, to me, fitness and health is doing something and being active. And I do stairs, I do other things. I move around, but I wish I was doing more. I think I need to do more. I think to make a change in my body, I naturally, you can't see it, but I naturally have what do you call these things?
Muscles?
Yeah, it's muscle, but
Biceps.
biceps. Sorry, yo.
I'm like, muscles.
But they are very natural. I've never really had to do much. But I think as I'm getting older, I was looking in the mirror and, excuse me if I'm too graphic, but I remember when my legs didn't touch. Mm-hmm. And now my thighs are touching a little bit. And I looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh my goodness.
That's funny how you equate that to... But that is how we as women equate. I don't know. I don't want to thin like that. That's an ideal. Is that we got to have that gap. Our thighs. That's what our inner thighs can't touch, and that's like a badge of honor in a way.
Well, it's gone for me now.
You kind of think about it that way, but I would say that I think you've known me for a long time, so I think you've seen my health journey. 2 years ago, I made a strong commitment. I was I'm 4'11", so I'm very petite and small. So any sort of weight on me is gonna show, I think, a little bit more than when you're tall.
All my weight goes to my stomach, so it shows on me.
But when you're 4'11", it doesn't matter. So around 2 years ago, I was probably almost at 160 pounds. And over those 2 years, I've lost, it fluctuates because menopause. Right. I've lost between 30, some days it's 30 pounds, some days it's 40 pounds. But for me, that was, I had to be very strict. It's especially as you get older, it gets harder. And I had to make a commitment. First, no, I stopped drinking alcohol. And you don't drink alcohol really anyway.
Not really.
But I had cut out all alcohol. I got a nutritionist and a personal trainer. I go to the gym at least 4 to 5 days a week.
What?
High impact. I go to Orange Theory 4 to 5 days a week. So I had to really make a conscious decision on how I was going to lose the weight. And now that the weight is gone, it's how do I maintain it, which I think is in some cases harder than, they're both hard. Losing weight, it's not easy. Losing weight and maintaining the weight, I think is a struggle, especially because I'm going through perimenopause and menopause. And that is just, your hormone changes just really impact your weight altogether.
I am 199. I have never been this big in all my life.
Yeah.
I remember when I was $1.25, and that's 125. For many years, wouldn't move. I wanted to gain weight, wouldn't move. So for me, though, there's several things about me that I feel like I just don't want to do. Like I'm trying not to be caught up on the weight. Because I really fluctuate from 194 to 199. Mm-hmm. And I don't really try real hard. So I think if I really, because I refuse to diet at all. I don't want to tell myself that I can't have anything. I feel like anything I want to eat, I can eat within moderation. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because Tanika was teasing me yesterday about, Popeyes, and I'm like, I don't do it I still eat those things, but I don't do it as much. And it's just my lifestyle and what's going on, and probably maybe I got tired of it or whatever. But I say that to say that I don't think weight, I don't care about weight, I care about how I carry it. I don't care about the pounds.
But the pounds impact how you carry it.
Because even on this journey of thinking that I wanted to lose weight, the only place I wanted to lose weight was my tummy. Because I've never had a booty. I've never had other things. What? you can't designate that it's gonna be there.
Food impacts belly.
Yes, I know that.
So I do think that there could be some emphasis. I know that you still want to be able to eat, but not that food. We know food puts on weight, but how you
certain
eat,
things, how it breaks down,
really does impact, and that's why some men get the bare belly. I don't know what we want to call it, but that bare belly has a lot to do. Women too has a lot to do with what we eat. So I know that you don't want to. I think there could be maybe a little bit more attention.
Yeah, I know I can tweak things. I know I can cut out sodas because I like sodas.
Yeah,
I'm a Pepsi girl.
Like
I should have one right here, but I like Pepsis.
Yeah.
But I even cut out Pepsis before. I've done Pepsi for 30 days. I've done Pepsi for 60 days. But then I'm like, why? My grandmother lived to be 97. I remember Papa, her father, he lived to be in his 90s. I don't think we even knew exactly how old he was because back then they didn't really keep good records. And both of my parents are deceased, but they were murdered. So that was different. I think they both probably would have lived long lives. My grandmother was very healthy up until she wasn't, I'm not going to say very healthy because I don't know her total health thing, but she was alert and she was moving around. She was still walking and whatever. She didn't need any assistance. She was still living on her own up until right before she passed away. I think it was like maybe 6 months or so. Like they were like, something we could do. She had this little nagging thing and they was like, it's just old age. And she died at home. She never, it was no long drawn out thing, which I felt like that's a good life, right? And I remember her like, I'm gonna eat what I want, whatever. And she always kept the same size. She wasn't very overweight or anything. So I'm like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And you're right, when I think about my tummy, I think about the food I eat, because I like fried foods. I like all the bad things. And to be honest with you, I really just do not like the taste of healthy food. If I like the taste, I would eat it. What I find to be healthy and I try to eat it. But I can't eat yogurt. I just can't stand the taste of yogurt.
Well, then you don't eat yogurt.
But I'm talking about, it's a lot of stuff I just don't like.
Yeah, I know. I know. And I would say my bodies, all of our bodies are different. I have to be more regimentless. I will gain the weight. I can't not do certain things. I wish that I had the freedom to eat what I like, in moderation. That could be fried food, like whatever you want in moderation does not work for me because those things whatever my body chemistry is doesn't work that way. I have to have a low carb, high protein diet. I have to.
That sounds like work to me.
I have to.
Is it work?
Intermittent fast? No, because that's how I've trained my. It just high protein means when I make an example of a meal is I'll bake some chicken and I'll have a vegetable. Okay. That's not work. That's just how I eat. I don't add carbs to it. I don't eat pastas, breads. Right.
I eat the way I grew up. Isn't that awful? My mother, we were soul food.
Yeah, I get it. I was raised to clear your plate. Like, you eat what's on your plate, you clear your plate, you eat everything on your plate.
I do that very well.
Like, that's how we were raised to do. However, I know that way of eating does not work for me if I want to stay the weight that I am today.
Okay.
If I want to be 160 pounds, which is not healthy. Like I was headed towards diabetes. Like I had to change my life basically to save my life.
You do know that some of diabetes and some of those things are hereditary too.
Being 160 pounds at 4'11", whether or not my eating and my weight was my doctor told me, you are pre-diabetic.
See, the way I eat?
Get it together. He didn't say, but basically he was like, get it together.
So I'm not.
Because you're going to be in here.
I have high blood pressure.
Yeah.
I have cholesterol issues. Yep. But I just found out that I have a gene for some of this, only because my sister's going through a lot of testing and she's breaking this all down to me. You have the gene for this and you have the gene for this. And you need to think about this. And I'm like, girl, I'm turning 60. I'm good. I'm like, I'm good. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. Okay. I'm at peace if I don't see 75, if I see 80. I hope to live a long, somewhat healthy life, but I just can't, I can't get caught up on all that. I just can't, I refuse to. And it's funny because she was like, I'm the one to eat healthy, I do all these things, and here I am having issues. And you just like, it's almost like she told me I was living carelessly. And I'm like, we just choose to focus on different things. Like I have a Peloton downstairs, and this is really bad. For tennis, I joined Planet Fitness because I was playing in a tennis tournament, and I was really busy, and I had some work that I needed to do, but I didn't have time to come all the way back home, get dressed. So I joined Planet Fitness so that I can go in Columbia, so that I can go to Planet Fitness after I played tennis, take a shower, and go to work. And I had to do it 2 days in a row. The other day, I looked at my thing, and I got charged for Planet Fitness, right? It's 2 months later. And I'm like, dang, I'm still paying them. And then I said, I need to use that to motivate me to go work out. And I'm going to use this to motivate me. I believe that I would go to the gym if I found something at the gym that I enjoy.
Can I ask you something? Not to cut, but what about this will motivate you?
I don't know.
What is that like?
I just wanted to use this to try to push me into going to the gym. Thomas and I talked the other day, and he said we should go work out together.
Yeah, that's a
and
motivation.
we were doing that before the wedding. We were going to work out together. And I was like, yeah, I'm already paying, and I did the VIP because I wanted to take a guest. I said, you don't need to join. We could just go together. And I said, what days? But really, because we own a business and got other things going on, I don't know when we're going to fit it in.
Yeah.
But I want to take this. I want to get back on the Peloton. I loved the Peloton when we first got it. I hurt my ankle trying to snap out of the little shoe. And now Thomas bought me the shoe that straps on. But I have not had the motivation. I think every time I'm afraid. Like I think about that pain. It was very painful. I was in pain for a couple weeks. And that just took me like, I don't want to do that no more.
Yeah, I think you have to be really deliberate. I know your sister, and I think this too teases me a lot about the fact that again, life is busy and it takes a lot of time. So I actually get up every day at 5 a.m. to be at the gym by 6:15 a.m. every single day. Today screwed me up a little bit because I couldn't get into my class I typically got into. And I feel like it messed up my whole day. It messed up my whole day because usually every day, Monday through Sunday, I do not have sleep-in days. And that I talked to your sister about it a lot too. I feel like I can't let myself not do it because then I will stop doing it. You know how you like, I'm just going to take a week off. A week off to me will become 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Because I know myself. So I deliberately do not do it. Even when I'm on vacation, I get up, I work out. I get up, I work out even when we're away on trips. I do all of that just so I will not get out of the routine of it. Just because, first of all, I don't want to buy no new clothes. There's a whole expense to certain things. I feel like I like my clothes. I like fitting into my clothes. I like all that. So I really work.
But
really
I'm able to maintain where I'm at.
You're lucky.
For the last 3 or 4 years, I've been between 194 and 199. I have not. I think 200 would scare me straight. But I haven't hit that 200. But, because 199 scared me, and that's when I was like, I'm going to do something, and I got down to 194. And then I realized with menopause and all these other things that it's just fluctuating. I was like, don't get caught up on that. Don't even, how you feel, how your clothes fit.
Yeah.
And the only thing I don't like about myself is my tummy.
Yeah.
And then I realized, in order to really lose my tummy, like you said, probably changing my diet and a lot of exercise. But that means I'm probably going to lose, I don't have a lot of booty, but it will probably lose there. I will probably lose in other areas too.
No, I would, again, and this is, I'm only saying this because I see a nutritionist and I actually saw him this morning, so we were talking a lot about this, is that I think as we age, I think one thing is that what has changed is there was always like a real focus, especially in my 20s, 30s, and maybe 40s, was on cardio, because that's how I felt like you lose weight, by doing a whole bunch of cardio.
I've learned
But
weight,
not,
the weight
but
training. For me now, I need to do weight.
More weights, yeah, it's adding more weight.
My doctors are concerned because as you get older, the muscle mass and the bone structure. So yes, I do know. I used to love weights when I was in my 20s. I used to actually work out all the time with weights. I didn't do a lot of cardio because I was fit anyway. And that may have been where these arms came from for the most part, because back then I should just do a lot of this. And then even when I do walk or run, I do upper body exercises. I do all this, I do that. I use my own body weight sometimes just to do things. Yes, and then even my sister, they laugh because in tennis, everyone's like, "Oh my God, you got this beast of a forehead," and she's, "I don't even know how you hit the ball like that." But I bowl a 16-pound ball, and I bowl it 19 to 20 miles per hour, and guys are like, "Wow!" And I've always been strong upper body.
So you've always been an athlete. You've always been an athlete, right? Okay. Yeah.
On track, play basketball, softball, kickball.
And I do think there's a such thing as muscle memory. So I think your long history of being an athlete probably helps you maintain a lot as well, because there is a whole muscle memory thing, which is a plus.
But I do want to do something. And even Peloton now, they have the HIIT. A lot of people doing the HIIT training, which is low circuit, a lot of body, and then, of course, yoga, you have all that.
I was going to ask you, what's your thoughts on yoga or Pilates?
I like it, but I don't like it for me. What I mean is I want to do it, but I get bored out of my mind. Yeah. And the stretching part for me, I wish I could stretch more. I do stretching. I was doing a little bit of stretching because hormonally, I remember I was getting, before I got the patch, because I have a patch now for hormone therapy. Yeah. And before I got that, I literally thought I was losing my mind because I would be in so much pain when I wake up between, and stretching and everything. And Tom's like, "Oh, you need to stretch." It's like my body would be aching, throbbing. And I'm like, what in the world is that?
Menopause thing.
Yes. Yeah. And now I don't feel that. And it's funny because then I started stretching because I was like, "Oh my goodness, I can't move." But during the pandemic, we had a young lady. I was having knee issues, and I had a trainer, and we were doing it virtually, but we were stretching and doing all those things, and it really helped. And so I try to remember to do those things. I use that little thing and I roll out my legs and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I know I got to do something if I want to stay fit and not become totally out of shape. But I do know this, that when I do stairs and other things, my chest started getting real tight. When I went to New York for the U.S. Open, and I caught the train there. And when you get off the train, you had to go up all these steps. I got to the top. I was like this.
Steps are our enemy.
And I was like, what in the world? But then I realized, I said, maybe I'm not in shape.
Stairs will tell you whether or not you're in shape or not.
I said, wait a minute. So then tennis, I said, but I could get out there and play tennis, but it's lateral movements, right? It's not stairs. And even here, if I get up and jump up and run up the stairs, I get up there and be like, oh Lord, my chest. And so that scared me a little bit, okay, you're really not in shape.
You're always invited to come with me to Orange Theory. I can't get any of my friends to go with me.
I'm going to try that Planet Fitness I'm already paying for. So what do you do at Orange Theory?
What I love about Orange Theory is that first of all, it's different every time. It's a mixture of 4 components. Treadmill, so it's treadmill for one part, you row for another part, and then you do strength training for the third part, and then the fourth part is flexibility, just the cool down stretching.
Okay.
So it's I would say I run probably 3 miles a day, and then I row, and then I do all that. So that's how I And I like that it's different. Exercise, each time I go there, it's a different point.
So you're not bored.
Yes, so the way that it works, the orange part is like they call it splat points. And you have to get 12 splat points, and that the more splat points you get is the more calories you burn throughout the day. So that's the main point, is like how that you're continuing throughout the day to burn the calories. So that's why I like it. I like that it's variety. I love working out with good music. And I also like, what's it called, like group workouts. I'm not motivated. I have a full gym in my house. I'm not motivated to go down there and get on that treadmill by myself and walk or run. If my husband did not use that equipment, it would be dusty or whatever. So I even told myself I'm no longer ever in my lifetime buying home fitness equipment, because it's just a waste.
It can be.
It's just, for me, it's a waste of money. So thank God he uses it. But yeah, I like the group fitness.
I think I enjoy group better.
Yeah.
My girlfriend Tora is a Zumba instructor, and I love Zumba, but you don't hear about it as much around here anymore.
Yeah. Things go in and out. But people still do it. My mother at 70 is hugely into Zumba.
Yeah.
So, and line dancing.
I love Zumba because it wasn't like working out. I just loved it.
It's just dancing.
It's just dancing.
Yeah.
And even though I'm not the best dancer, but it was just fun.
Yeah.
I just found it to be fun.
It has to be fun. If it's not fun, why do it? I don't think working out or fitness at any age should be punishment.
It is punishment for some people.
It should not be punishment. And you shouldn't feel like it's a punishment. It should feel fun, like you want to do it.
But you may not really want to do it, but you got to do it, right?
But
we
whatever
learn in
you
life
decide
that
to
we
do,
do.
you have to do.
We learn in life that you have to do the
stuff
things
you don't want to do,
right?
yeah.
And then once you do, this is my thing is, I don't really like working out, but if I'm going to work out, I want to have fun doing it.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's how I feel, but I don't want to work out.
When I'm running 3 miles, what is the fun part is the music. Like, there has to be a fun element to it. Like, I like the team, and we cheer each other on, and we, like, when the person next to you is like suffering, and you're like, you got it, girl. You got it, girl. You can do it. And then you start working harder. That's the type of stuff I like. I think you would like Orange Theory.
Oh,
so,
okay.
How do you, outside of, I think, when you think about fitness, we've talked a lot about that, but how about wellness? How are some other things that you do to just make sure that you have a holistic approach? Do you like massages, facials? What are some of the other things that you do?
I was just thinking about that because I never get facials. I
Journaling.
think in my entire life, my 60 years, I may have had 2 facials. Did I enjoy it when I had them? Yes, but then I'd be like, hey, whatever. But I do like massages. I like body scrubs. I do really enjoy those, but I don't make the true investment to say I'm going to do it on a regular basis. I'll just every now and then, occasionally. Like for my birthday, I went to the spa, and it was a beautiful day, and we were at one of those spas that have all the different temperature, what they call it.
Was it a Korean spa like you went to?
It wasn't Korean, but something like that.
Yeah.
It was the one that's in Springfield. It's one of.
So it has different jacuzzis and different saunas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it had all that. And so I really enjoy that. And then I had a body scrub there, and I've done that twice there. It's very expensive though, but I really enjoy those. And I have I met a few people there, and a lady said that she do it like once a month. She treat herself, and it's like $100 and some to go there, like $180 something. She said she go there, like even one of her work days, and she said she relaxes, do that, get out, do some work, whatever. She goes back, she eats. I mean, they have healthy choices to eat. When I go there, I eat healthy because they only have healthy choices. But yeah, so I like spas. I wish I could get more into facials because I know I need one. And the last time I tried to get one, but then it didn't fit into my schedule of the time that I was going to be there. So yes, I wish I could do more of those.
That's one of the commitments that I made to myself at the beginning of the year. I don't make a New Year's resolution per se, but it was to spend a little bit more time getting massages and facials, because massages are really to detox your body and get some of that out. Facials, I just think it's just, again, as we age, I think I look at you, you have beautiful skin, things like that, but I think it helps with other things like that. But what I've really gotten into is the red light sauna.
Oh, they had that there.
Yeah, I do a red light sauna. I wish I could do it more.
What does it do for you? Because I did that, but I didn't understand it.
It releases toxins. I like the thought.
Oh, so it was doing stuff that I don't know about.
Releasing toxins. And because of, it also helps with sleep. Because one of my challenges I'm having through perimenopause is my sleep. So I think that sitting in that hot room sweating for 45 minutes really helps me like relax and decompress and get the toxins out, all that. I love a red light. That's one of the things as we are whenever we look to buy a house, I'm like, I want a sauna. I want a sauna.
Really?
Yeah, but there's a place close to my home that I'll share it with you. It's a beautiful location. It's so beautiful. You get your own sauna room with a couch. So you do your red light and then you can sit. TV's in there. You can sit. There's really like kind of very free time that you have to be able to relax and decompress. And it's a nice experience. I'll share that with you. But yeah, that's what I've gotten into lately. But I definitely know I need to do a little bit more massages. And I've been trying to add journaling, but I'm not great at it.
I go in phases with stuff like that. Like, I realize that I just move with the wind. And I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, I think it's good.
But I want to find something that sticks.
Yeah.
And I haven't found
That
anything.
you're consistent with.
Yeah. Like, have you tried Tai Chi or whatever that's called?
Yeah, I like yoga. I was really, during the pandemic, I was really into yoga. It was before I got into Orange Theory. I was really into yoga. I want to bring that practice
Did we go to
back.
yoga with you one time? Did we all fall asleep?
No, I don't think we've ever gone to yoga together.
I went to yoga with somebody, I don't know, and next thing I know, we were asleep.
Yeah, you never gone to yoga. I don't usually do that gentle.
Quiet, yeah.
I like a more upbeat, fit. It's
Yeah.
probably not real yoga, but things like that. So I definitely want to bring that practice back as yoga, Pilates. I like Pilates a lot, but it's expensive. Pilates is so expensive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very expensive. Anything else you want to touch on before we close up?
What was the other thing about wellness that we got body? That's the other thing, is that I guess touching on, I think some of fitness for me is also timing. Like I look at my day and I'm like, I don't have time.
That's why I go at the same time.
I can't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I cannot do it. When I get up that early, I'll be falling asleep driving home.
Everybody's admit, I can't do it at night. If I don't do it in the morning and I say, I'll do it later, I'll do it when I get home. I won't do it. I will not do it. I can't. Some people can. They can leave work and work out.
Yeah.
I leave work.
I think everybody finds what works best for them.
I eat dinner and want to go to bed. But I'm also up at 5 in the morning, so that may have something to do with it. But yeah.
And then, let's see. But I love the low impact circuit training, which is, I think, trending right now. A lot of people doing that. And like I said, the hits. And then you get all these videos. I almost like, why spend this money? I could do it on TV.
It's free. You could go on YouTube.
This is so you go on YouTube. You can go, like I said, even my Peloton thing has a whole now. They realize that people want to do the bike, but people want to do a lot of other things. And so they have all these other things that You could do a running thing. You could, like, really, literally, they have everything you could think of now. So, overall, though, I think we do need to find something and whatever works for you. And I know that I want to, so I just got to motivate myself, find the right things, and keep trying different things until I find a thing that really motivates me. If I find something, like tennis just took off in my life. Remember when we first started tennis?
I remember it was like one day you guys weren't doing tennis, and the next day you guys were in it, and it was like tennis all day, every day.
Yes,
it was like obsessed.
We were obsessed with tennis back in 2012.
I never did it. It was not my jam.
You came out.
No,
we
never.
first. Yeah,
I watched y'all. I didn't. Maybe.
Yeah, you did in the very beginning. You, LaDonna, we all did. In the very
I think
beginning.
I went out
once or twice,
and I knew that it wasn't for me. I tried to get into pickleball, and I was like, "That's not for me either."
I thought you enjoyed pickleball.
I bought a pickleball thing and everything, like a pickleball thing. What is it called? Racket. A pickleball thing. I purchased some pickleball equipment.
Paddle, whatever.
And sold it. Sold it on Poshmark.
You did?
Yeah, sure did.
I still got
to
my
somebody else who wants to do pickleball.
I like bowling. I want to get back to
Bowling's fun.
I think I am because I'm doing less tennis, but bowling started in September, so it's a little too late. They'll end in May. I don't like the summer one, but the fall, it's just like school. It starts in September, ends in May. And I think this next September, I am going to do bowling again. I really enjoy that. I used to do Saturday nights, but I think I'm going to find a weeknight. And I want to do that again because I really do enjoy bowling. I miss bowling. And believe it or not, bowling gets you really tired.
Oh, no. Bowling
You work a lot of muscles.
Yeah, bowling is, fun too. But
especially when you throw in a 16-pound ball. But by the third game, my best two games are always my first and my second game. Normally, my first game is my best. But I used to do bowling. I used to play tennis in the morning, go bowl. And sometimes tennis, softball, and bowling all in one Saturday. I was doing all that. And that maybe, I don't know if I was fit then or not.
You were fit then to be able to do all that. You had to be fit.
To some degree. But I'm going to work on my endurance and my... Now, I did find out that I have athletic asthma.
Okay.
So I can go play tennis. I can get through the tennis pretty much, except for when it's extremely hot. But I start having breathing problems. Like truly gasping for air. And I didn't know it was any such thing. My asthma only is induced by activities, like athletic activities. And so I have a little pump or whatever you call that thing, and take a little squirt of that, I'm good. Yeah. But
so the last thing I just want to get your thoughts on before we close for the evening is I always like to reflect on what would you tell your 30 or 40-year-old self one thing about health or wellness that you wish you had known then that you've learned now?
If I had incorporated a serious workout plan or something, like if I was really serious about working out then, I think I would be working out now.
Yeah.
So it's better to incorporate that in your life, and then it becomes a part of your life. And that's the main reason why I never like to diet or anything. I want a lifestyle. I want a life change. I want to change. I don't want to just do something temporarily, because dieting, you can't do that forever.
No, I don't believe in dieting.
And so the same thing with this. I gotta have a mindset. I gotta have a change, and I don't want to wait until a doctor tell me that I have to, because then I'm in trouble. Probably, right? So at this point, I am going to find something to stimulate me, or like I said, if I got more out of tennis now, I would do it. But I think also you get better at tennis. We first started playing tennis, I was running around a lot because you don't know what you're doing and you just whatever. But now, because you're better, you can anticipate. You can you're not running around as much. You can have a really good match, but you're not running around as much. So I don't think I get as much out of tennis. But true tennis players, when you think about the pros, and I'm nowhere near pro, but they also incorporate working out.
Yeah.
They have those girls, I mean, they really work out and train so that they can go out there and play tennis for 2 or 3 hours at that level. So I know when I think about tennis, I was like, oh my goodness, if I did start working out or something and increase my endurance, because I have enough endurance to do what I'm doing now, but I want to get beyond that. I'll probably be a beast on the tennis court. They'd be like, come on, bring it on. But no, but again, we want to encourage all women, no matter what your age is, to think about your health. And the sooner you start thinking about it, the better you would be. Hopefully, I have some tennis players out there really that are in their 70s and 80s, and I hope to still be playing tennis at that time. But I know, probably if I asked them, tennis is probably not the only thing that they were doing. Because otherwise, it'd be very interesting. I guess some body types you probably could do nothing and still go out there and do it. But those who are still playing at that age, I figured that along the way they had to be doing something.
Yep. Yeah, and I just to add on to that, just to remind people that, like you said, you got to move with intention, continue to keep moving your body, whatever that looks like, whatever works for you. Eat what you enjoy. And care for yourself. Do those things, get massages, get facials, do those extra things that are those other wellness things, just outside of just going to the gym or working out or playing tennis. There's other ways to show love for your body outside of that. But anything else?
No, that's all I can think of. I think we hit the nail on the head with, again, just whatever works for you, but find something.
Yeah.
And then also, to me, just be comfortable with who you are, what you are. And I know we all focus on the exterior a whole lot, but I'm learning that's less important to me. It's important to me because I think about it sometimes, but I don't want it to be the driving force. I don't want it to cause me to have to, medically try to go get everything changed and revamped and whatever.
No, sir.
Because sometimes you get obsessed with that where you want to look a certain way. I look at the girls on TV and videos and I'm like, wow. But I realized, is it possible? Is it really possible when you think about a Kim Kardashian, a Nicki Minaj, and I'm not knocking these girls at all, even Meg Stallion, some of them young, so you probably could have that kind of body. But like when I think about them to some degree, I'm thinking like, what can you be doing to keep it where you keep a Coca-Cola bottle shape?
I think when you're young.
I'm talking about when they get old. I'm talking about some of these people that progress.
I think when you get older, When
I think about the housewives, when they all start getting really messy, they all talk about all the work they've had. Because you look at them and I'm like, how all these girls have these beautiful bodies and then I realize when they get messy, they tell on themselves.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with, if you want to get enhanced, I don't know, what plastic surgery or whatever, and you can afford it and it works for you, I would just say, just make sure you do everything in moderation and that you go to a good doctor and you don't overdo it. Like I said, I'm not going to knock anybody, but I think there's some folks who we see, I was looking at, I don't want to talk bad, but Little Kim.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
Oh gosh, she's changed. And I thought Little Kim was beautiful. Facial-wise, body-wise, those BBLs and all that stuff. Sometimes I think some of those things you can leave alone.
To each his own, right?
To each his own. We'll close this up by saying I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to...
Did we talk about wellness and fitness, y'all? We did, but we gave it from our perspectives.
Yeah, that's what this is. This is our show.
Yeah. I was like,
This is our
who
show.
am I to talk about wellness and
This
fitness?
is our show.
But no, but I think I can share where I fail, where I hope to do better, and just encourage you all to do better.
Yeah. So don't forget to, again, I'm going to remind you, don't forget to follow, like this, subscribe,
Yes, like,
all those things.
notifications. Make
Let
sure
us
you get
know
the
in the
notifications.
comments what you thought about this topic. Are we off base? How do you feel about it? What points do you agree with or maybe disagree with? We would love to hear it, of course, in a very respectful way if you disagree with us. But you can also find us on Instagram at Seasoned and Unbothered. And we appreciate your time. And like we always like to end this show by saying, please continue to stay
Seasoned and Unbothered. Okay, we still working on
Stay together. Bye.
Episode 10, we'll have it.
Yes. Bye.